Hello, I'm Tactical Pascal. Welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the F-35 Lightning by IndiaFoxtEcho for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So first up, a little bit from the IndiaFoxtEcho visual simulations they published themselves. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is an American family of single-seat, single-engine, all-weather stealth multi-role combat aircraft that is intended to perform both air superiority and strike missions. It is also able to provide electronic warfare and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. The aircraft's got three main variants: the conventional takeoff and landing, CTOL or F-35A, the short takeoff and vertical landing, STOVL, F-35B, and the carrier-based CV Catobar, F-35C. Now, I am aware that in real life, the F-35 gets a lot of stick for being an expensive turd, essentially. It's not very good compared to other aircraft that the US have in their inventory, but in Flight Sim, it's a joy to fly. Now, you might wonder why bother with a military aircraft in Flight Sim 2020? It's a civilian flight simulator. And it's simple. It's, like I said a moment ago, it's the joy of flying. The F-35 allows me to get to places really quickly, zoom around the clouds, and generally just fly around with a really goofy smile on my face. Now, you can see here the different variants and the different squadron skins that are available. I fly in the video the F-35B because RAF and 617 Squadron. So you'll see me flying that in the sim, but the A, B and C are all available when you buy the F-35. Externally, the module looks great. Its clean lines and excellent models sit right at home in the sim. The nozzle angle's all animated, as is the internal weapons bay, and you can add weapons by adjusting the payloads on the pylons, but I choose not to because it is a flight sim and I'm not here to shoot things down. If I want to do that, I'll stick on DCS. Internally, it looks clean and functional. The large touchscreens are very easy to use, and although there's some missing functionality because it's not officially supported by Lockheed Martin, it doesn't really take away from a pleasant experience sat inside the cockpit. And noticeably, there's no frame rate drop when using the F-35, unlike the free F-18 that comes with the sim that eats frames like a monster. Well, certainly for my system it does. The F-35, there's no noticeable frame drop really when you're flying around. I do notice a very slight drop in frames when you close the canopy, but it's negligible. You close the canopy once and then you get airborne. The systems that are not modelled in the F-35 are the radar, the defensive aid suites, the EOTS or TFLR, radar warning receiver and sensor fusion systems. Like I said, the product's not endorsed by the Lockheed Martin Corporation, but it's an absolutely excellent looking and flying module. Startup of the F-35 is relatively easy. There's a few buttons to click and then you're ready to depart in about a minute or two after actually getting in the cockpit of the aircraft. It's, like I said, it's really easy to fly and get comfortable. I mean, I guessed what the startup was just by looking at it. It's quite intuitive, but of course you can click on the touchscreen and actually run through the startup checklist yourself. But again, it's simple, really simple. Once you're actually airborne and flying around the virtual skies, navigation is also very simple. You can select TACAN, ILS and VORs and follow flight plan waypoints and stuff. So if you select a flight plan in the world map, the sim loads into your navigation computer. So when you start, you fly towards waypoint 1, then to 2, 3, 4, etc. Get where you're going. It's really easy to use. It's, again, I'd imagine this is what it's like in real life. Very simple, modern fighter jet, really simple to use. I mean, if not, it should be, because it's like flying a computer. It's simple to use. It's not difficult. It's not, oh, it's as fast as a brand new modern fighter jet. It's really easy to use compared to some aircraft that I've flown. I will caveat, some aircraft I've flown in a sim. I've only flown a couple of fast jets, and even then I was a passenger, like getting a free go of the controls where the pilot followed me like a hawk, watching everything that I was doing. The flight model itself is quite good. There's the slightest of delays when you're manoeuvring, and I think that's by design due to how the aircraft would fly. Maybe it's not, maybe it's complete nonsense, but it feels fine. When I compare it to the other fast jet that I have, the Hawk, There is a noticeable delay when you input like a roll command in the Hawk. There's like a delay in that turn. Whereas F-35, there's the very slightest of delays. I mean, I'm used to flying in DCS fast jets, which are instantaneous response. This has got a very slight delay, but it's nothing that prevents you from enjoying flying the aircraft itself. It's really fun to fly, and like I said, really easy. And the automatic takeoff that you do in Stovel mode in F-35B is weirdly hilarious. You basically sit on the brakes and click autopilot takeoff, take your feet off the brakes, and then you steer down the runway using your rudder pedals, and the computer takes the aircraft off, and then you just transition to forward flight and go out of Stovel mode. Now, to go into Stovel mode, it's literally the click of a button, and then off you go. Easy. My least favourite part of the module is the sound. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the sound of the Afterburner. Now, the clicky cockpits and stuff, the buttons inside the cockpit on the touch screen, and the sort of mechanical sounds when you're opening and closing the doors, or the weapon bays rather, or bringing the gear in, that sounds fine. That sounds okay. And cruising about sounds perfectly fine. However, if you go into Afterburner, it sounds like you're pushing a milk cart across a car park. It sounds terrible. Now, maybe this is recorded from real life or something, I don't know, but in the sim, it just doesn't sit right with me. It just sounds terrible. Having a modern fast jet in Flight Sim 2020 is a lot of fun, and that is why I fly Flight Sim. It's for fun. It's not to go and bomb stuff, it's not to do anything other than enjoying seeing parts of the world, and the F-35 allows me to do that quickly. Climb up through the thunderstorms, or fly low level through the valleys doing the Mach loop and things like that, or going to Skywalker Canyon. All these things that I enjoy doing in Flight Sim, hoofing around the place low level, or going really fast, or just getting somewhere to go, oh, I've never seen Disney from above. It's really cool, and that's why I have the F-35 in my inventory. Since I bought it, it has replaced the Hawk as my sort of go-to fast jet. It looks good, flies great, sounds like an absolute turd when you're in Afterburner, but for me, it's just unadulterated fun. Now, we'll be doing more Flight Sim related stuff on the channel soon, as well as some IL-2 stuff, and the usual DCS World content. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the F-35 and what you'd like to see on the channel as well, if there's any other sims you want me to take a look at. If you want to support me, of course, you can click that like and subscribe button. And of course, there's always my Patreon. I'll include the links for that in the description below. Don't forget to check out the brand new Less Tactical, More Pascal podcast. We find out a bit more about me rather than just YouTube. You find out a little bit about my life as a veteran, parent, runner, all sorts of cool stuff. It's pretty cool. I'll link that in the description below. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter or come and join me at Tactical DCS. Again, all these things, links are in the description below. Anyway, that's that for the F-35 review. It was just a nice quick one to give you an overview of a module that I'm really enjoying flying in Flight Sim 2020. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, Tactical Pascal, out.
Pull up, pull up.